Have you ever stood in front of a front-load washing machine and just watched? There is something strangely hypnotic about it. That heavy drum spinning, the clothes tumbling through the air, the gentle sloshing of water. But while it looks like a simple mechanical dance, what's happening inside that machine is a high-stakes battle of physics, chemistry, and fluid dynamics. Most people walk into an appliance store and buy a washing machine based on the color, the number of smart buttons on the panel, or whatever the salesperson is pushed to sell that week. But if you want a machine that actually lasts 10 years, treats your expensive fabrics with respect, and doesn't sound like a jet engine taking off in your utility room, you have to look past the shiny plastic. I'm Sal, and today we're going to look under the hood. We are going to deconstruct the front loader. We'll talk about the heart of the machine, the motor, the soul, the drum, and the brain, the sensors. By the end of this, you won't just be buying a box that spins. You'll be choosing a precision-engineered tool tailored for your home. The first thing you'll hear a salesperson brag about is the motor. They'll throw around terms like inverter, direct drive, and brushless. But what do these actually mean for your laundry? In a traditional older machine, the motor was a simple on or off device. It ran at one speed. If the machine needed to spin slower, it used a series of gears and belts to step down that power. This is incredibly inefficient. Enter the inverter motor. Think of an inverter motor like a dimmer switch for a light bulb, rather than a standard flip switch. It uses a variable frequency drive to control the speed of the motor precisely. This means if you have a delicate silk saree that needs a gentle 400 RPM spin, the motor provides exactly that. If you have heavy denim jeans that need 1,400 RPM, it ramps up. Because it doesn't have to waste energy by running at full tilt and then braking, it's quieter, vibrates less, and consumes significantly less electricity. But there is a second layer to this: direct drive versus belt drive. A belt drive system uses a motor at the bottom of the machine connected to the drum by a rubber belt. It's a tried-and-true design, and it's cheaper to repair if the belt snaps. However, a direct drive system attaches the motor directly to the back of the drum. No belt, no pulleys, no friction losses. In the world of physics, fewer moving parts mean fewer points of failure. Direct drive machines are notoriously quiet because you've eliminated the whirring sound of a belt. If your washing machine is going to be near your bedroom or home office, direct drive is almost always worth the premium. Why do front loaders wash better than top loaders? It comes down to mechanical action. In a top loader, your clothes are often submerged in a deep pool of water and moved around by an agitator. In a front loader, gravity does the work. The drum lifts the clothes to the top and lets them plop back down into a shallow pool of soapy water. This drop is what forces the detergent through the fibers of the fabric. When you are looking at a machine, you need to feel the inside of the drum. You're looking for two things: the lifters and the hole pattern. The lifters are those plastic or metal fins inside the drum. High-end machines now use S-shaped or wavy lifters. These are designed to move the clothes in a 3D motion, not just up and down, but also back and forth. This prevents clothes from bunching up into a giant, unwashable ball. Then there is the drum surface. You might hear brands call it a diamond drum, a honeycomb drum, or pillow drum. This isn't just marketing fluff. In a standard drum, the drainage holes are large. During a high-speed spin cycle, the centrifugal force is so high that your clothes are actually pressed into those tiny holes. This causes fabric pill, or those little fuzzballs you see on sweaters. A honeycomb or pillow-shaped drum creates a thin film of water between the metal and the clothes, allowing the fabric to glide over the holes rather than being sucked into them. If you care about the longevity of your clothes, look for a drum with the smallest, most recessed holes possible. We live in an era where everything is smart. But for a washing machine, smart shouldn't mean it sends a notification to my phone. It should mean it knows how much laundry is inside. The most critical sensor to look for is the load sensor. When you put a half load of laundry in, the machine should be able to weigh it. It then calculates the exact amount of water needed. This isn't just about saving water, it's about the chemistry. If there is too much water for the amount of detergent you used, the concentration is too low to clean effectively. If there's too little, the detergent won't rinse out. Next, look for auto-dosing. This is a relatively new feature where you fill a large reservoir with a liter of liquid detergent, and the machine decides exactly how many milliliters to use based on the weight and soil level of the clothes. Humans are notoriously bad at measuring detergent. We almost always use too much, which leads to suds lock, and can actually damage the machine's internal bearings over time. An auto-dosing machine pays for itself in detergent savings within a few years. Finally, let's talk about vibration sensors. Because front loaders spin at such high speeds, often up to 1,400 RPM, the centrifugal force is immense. If the load is unbalanced, like a single heavy rug, the machine can literally walk across the floor. Look for machines with 3D vibration sensors, or ball balancers. These systems detect the imbalance and automatically adjust the drum's rotation to redistribute the weight before it ramps up to high speed. One of the biggest advantages of a front loader is the internal heater. Unlike top loaders that often rely on the hot water coming from your home's geyser, a front loader heats its own water. This is crucial because different stains require different temperatures. Protein-based stains like blood or sweat need cold water first, hot water cooks them into the fabric. Oil and grease stains need 60 degrees Celsius to break down. Most importantly, if you have children or allergy sufferers in the home, you want a machine that can hit 90 degrees Celsius for a Stain Pro or Hygiene cycle to kill dust mites and bacteria. Check the wattage of the heater. A higher wattage heater, around 2,000 watts, will reach the target temperature faster, shortening the overall wash cycle. Also, ask if the heating element is nickel-plated. In regions with hard water, like many parts of India, calcium and magnesium scale build up on the heater. A nickel-plated or ceramic-coated heater resists this scale, ensuring the machine doesn't lose efficiency or burn out after just 2 years. Now, we have to talk about the elephant in the room with front loaders, the smell. Because front loaders use a rubber gasket, the bellows, to seal the door, water can get trapped in the folds. If you leave the door closed after a wash, mold and mildew will grow. When buying a machine, look at the design of the gasket. Does it have drainage holes at the bottom of the rubber ring? Is the rubber treated with an antibacterial coating? Beyond the gasket, look at the filter access. Front loaders have a coin trap or a debris filter at the bottom front. This catches lint, coins, and hair. In some machines, this is hidden behind a panel that requires a screwdriver to open. In others, it's a simple flip-down door. You will need to clean this once a month, so choose a machine that makes this task easy. If you don't clean it, the pump has to work harder, and eventually, the machine won't drain at all. If you are buying a machine in any region with infrastructure challenges, there are 2 non-negotiable features. First is volt check, or voltage protection. Our power grids can be unpredictable. A sudden spike can fry the delicate printed circuit board, PCB, of a modern machine, which is often the most expensive part to replace. Look for a machine that has built-in surge protection or a wide operating voltage range. Even then, I always recommend a dedicated 20-amp stabilizer for a front loader. Second is a hard water filter. Hard water doesn't just scale up the heater, it prevents detergent from lathering. Many modern machines now come with a built-in aqua energy or hard water treatment device. These use magnets or ion exchange to soften the water before it enters the drum. It makes the wash much more effective and protects the internal components of your machine. Finally, let's talk numbers. Capacity measured in kilograms is often misunderstood. A 7 kg machine doesn't mean you should put 7 kg of clothes in it. It means the motor and suspension can handle the weight of 7 kg of damp clothes. For a family of 4, an 8 kg machine is usually the sweet spot. It's large enough to wash a king-size comforter or a week's worth of bed sheets in one go. Going up to 10 kg or drive or 12 kg might seem tempting, but remember, the larger the drum, the more water and power it uses for every single load. If you usually wash small daily loads, a massive machine is a waste of resources. As for spin speed, don't get caught in the spec war. A machine that spins at 1,400 RPM will get your clothes drier than one that spins at 1,000 RPM, meaning less time in the dryer or on the line. However, 1,400 RPM is incredibly stressful on the machine's bearings. For most fabrics, 1,000 to 1,200 RPM is the perfect balance between drying efficiency and mechanical longevity. So, before you swipe your card, let's recap the Let's Sal Explain checklist. 1. Motor, inverter is a must. Direct drive is preferred for noise reduction. 2. Drum, look for small holes and a honeycomb or pillow. Texture to save your fabrics. 3. Heater, ensure it has a 90-degree capability and, ideally, a scale-resistant coating. 4. Sensors, demand at least a load sensor and an out-of-balance sensor. 5. Maintenance, check for an antibacterial gasket and an easy-access drain filter. 6. Protection. Ensure there is voltage surge protection. Buying a front loader is an investment in your time and your wardrobe. Don't just buy the one with the most cycles on the dial. Most of us only ever use 3, quick wash, cottons, and delicates. Buy the one with the best engineering. If you found this breakdown helpful, think about the physics the next time you hear that drum start to hum. It's not just a chore. It's a marvel of modern engineering. I'm Sal, and I'll see you in the next deep dive.